hello, recording.
Good job.
We're
Good
recording
job.
now.
Good
Thank
job.
you, as always, for the reminder.
No problem. Okay, guys, let's hop to it. So, that is the wrong sheet, is the calendar. Okay, fantastic. So, you guys found yourself within the nation of the Iron Fae, a uh, a, a band of a faction, if you will, or shall I simply just say a nation of Iron Elves, bent on twisting the Iron Fae, or excuse me, twisting on the making the Feywild sort of bend to the natural order of their realm of concrete and steel and iron and industry. This is what they wish, so much so that they had brought about, as it is in the Feywild, desire ruling all things. They had desired for a great weapon to defeat the Sele Court with, and thus a nuclear bomb was fucking thought up of. Oppenheimer's been big in theaters lately. Maybe that had an influence on the Feywild. Who knows? And that bomb was pointed at the Sele Court. But you guys infiltrate. You said, no way, Commander Dertos, no way. And you guys went into that missile silo. You talked to some people there. Trixie just making friends left and right, charming people. And you were able to figure out how it worked, and you opted for exploding it and getting it out of the picture. It got a little hairy around the end, especially after Nithrael summoned an illusion that became real of a siege engine to sort of batter down the doors, which was pretty cool and effective, but time consuming. So you guys made your way through. You all joined up, and in two separate teleports, Nithroel, Trixie, and Brock teleported to the Palace of Heart's Desire, whereas Lana and Mordenkainen stayed behind very heroically to time stop, set off the bomb, teleport out, and did. Unfortunately, Mordenkainen had no fucking clue where the Palace of Heart's Desire was. So he didn't even know what the Palace of Heart's Desire was. He was like, take me to Zybilna. You're like, I'll give you no information, but we'll take you there eventually. So he was like, I guess we're going back to the apartment. So him and Lana set up for the night and played some chess, and then went to bed. And hopefully Mordenkainen will be given the information of how to get to the palace tomorrow. And he has a very important bargaining chip / friend, Lana. The rest of you got back. Brock walked in on a slightly flirtatious moment between Grisette and Zybilna in her room, and told her of all the information, and heard of sort of Zybilna's frustrations with Grisette, that she admitted that he was indeed his diplomatic, or her diplomatic, equal. And it was a trial of her own to face him in this sort of field of wits that she's struggling with, and is happy to have you all back. There's much to do, much to see, so why don't we pick up the game? It is the next morning. Everybody should have got a long rest. If they haven't, go ahead and hit that button. As we did conclude with all the stuff everybody wanted to get done. Mordenkainen awakens. Pop ascending over. Trixie, I think you're going to be the lucky individual to get it. You're going to hear, Prismeer, it's I, Archmage Mordenkainen. I am here with Lana. Would you be so kind as to tell me where to bring us both? Per our deal. This is a very pregnant pause. And that's it.
Well, I think we're planning to go out today, so I can probably let you know where to meet us in a little bit.
On the other, you don't get a sending back, but Lana, you wake up to a very grumpy Mordenkainen who's like putting his books over here and like little grumpy.
Trixie now thinks maybe she should go talk to Zybilna.
All right, you gonna go head over to Zybilna?
Yeah.
Let me knock on your door. All right, you're gonna find your way over there. Oh, Oh boy. Sorry, Grisette. Let's get you out of there. Trixie. You find your way back down the familiar halls that you have not been in for a couple of days now. And knock upon her door at this early hour. And the door will open. As you enter within her somewhat modest quarters, large bed, big mirror, playing set. You see the doors to her closet are open. She stands on a little sort of dressing stool, and you see magically like the dozens of outfits that she has in her many armoires, sort of very Beauty and the Beast like, sort of float around, like sort of fly around her as like her outfit for the day is sort of being a dress that she's sort of pointing at this and flicking away and like sort of gesturing away this and that, until a beautiful, beautiful dress that is both fey and decadent, wondrous and beautiful, has been placed upon her. And all of the clothing goes back to their armoires. She steps off the stool and turns and regards you with a smile. She says, Trixie, it is good to see you finally. It has been quite a few days.
It has. Now, I know it's early and you maybe don't want to hear this, but Mordekainen just messaged me wondering if he wants to come here. And I know you originally said you really didn't want him to come here, but I figured we're kind of planning to go out today to go hunt those assassins, and it might be good for you to have a friend other than Grisette's here.
Friend very slyly saying, maybe you shouldn't hang out with your ex today.
Hang out
Go
with
ahead
him,
and
but you might want to have someone there.
go ahead and make a persuasion check.
3.
3. You see she's giving you that smile that's like, Mordenkainen, he is still in your company, or has been.
He is, and he was actually quite instrumental in, a big chunk of the Fae not getting blown up.
Yes, I heard from Brock. He's, yes, very cunning individual, isn't he?
A very helpful friend, it would seem. Have you had any help from the other one?
She looks at you, Trixie's like,
He did pluck my eyes, so,
yeah, she gives you this look of like, oh, is it that how it is, Trixie? Make me another persuasion check.
Okay, roll better dice. Roll better. Oh my god. 3.
She goes, I see. Well, it would be... Mordenkainen has many talents, indeed. A very, astute mage, plane traveler. The bastard. Perhaps we might put a pin in this. What do you think? Yes, I think it's a good idea.
Okay.
Because,
Do you have
now,
anything for us to do today, or can we go kill those assassins?
if you wish to do some assassin hunting, you most certainly can, though I admit... I do want to get to the bottom of this prophecy. I have my hands full with Demon Lord. Entertaining lately. I would like to get to the bottom of this prophecy. But you've all had such a journey, and I did say take some time, so if this is what you wish to do with your time, by all means. They could know something more, perhaps.
I mean, they're just going around killing a bunch of Fae, so I figured that's not really a good thing.
That is true. That isn't always a good thing. Well, I'm surprised the local Arc Fae wouldn't have done anything yet. Well, perhaps I might recommend this, Tristan. In your hunting of them, wherever they may be, seek out the local Archfey. They're probably either in distress, or they can be beseeched for aid.
Okay.
And when you're done killing them, please hurry home. I do have so much to be done.
I mean, now that we're back in the Feywild, I might just, if it takes us multiple days, we could maybe just come back here each night. There's trees everywhere.
There are
Not
trees
like that
everywhere.
other place. That place sucked.
Yes, it sounded like places I'd been that are not terribly good. Not very fey. Not very fey at all. No. Terrible. Well, good job taking down their defenses and such and learning. I do have something for you, Trixie. Your father finally finished what he was working on before his departure. I left it with thinnings. He should have put it in your room, so one of the other has it.
Okay. How long ago did he put it in my room?
I did not check, but I gave it to him. She looks out the window and goes, some time ago.
Okay. Oh, thank you, and I'll go to my room. I was just thinking, because I'm pretty sure Grisette's was in my room when I was cried on him, but...
Oh, that's right. I imagine you, like, on the couch, like, I want to go to my room.
I go to my room and try to look for it.
Make me a perception check. Your greatest weakness.
Well, I rolled shitty, but I have a good plus, so 17.
17. Yeah, you find it's on your nightstand. It's so easy to find. You barely had to roll. Your elf eyes immediately lock onto it as you enter the room. You could have rolled a nat 1 and still got it. It is not so much a book, but it is a scroll. If you open up the scroll, it's written by your father in a note that says, Trisuin, your patron's library is quite extensive and had the information I required. The Evershifter is more than just a relic of our people. It has the spark of divinity within it. Perhaps you're aware within your teachings of the god of all elves, Corlan. It is his relic that he gave unto our people, and through his power, it can evolve. I have set up a ritual for you. Your man Thinnings has been most helpful. And it goes on to explain to you, for someone of your level of power, a fairly rudimentary ritual to perform anyway. You didn't know it, but he gives you he would call the ritual of ever shifting.
Okay.
Not a difficult one to perform. The items within look fairly easy to obtain. There's also a note at the bottom that says, I've already put this list in with your man Thinnings. He should have everything you require. Whenever you are ready, you may find your way to perform this. But what is most important is that it must be done at twilight. And lucky for you, it's always twilight in the Feywild. So you simply need to find your way outside under the twilight sky, and you can conduct this ritual.
Does it say how long the ritual takes?
Not terribly long. Okay. About an hour.
I immediately run outside.
Pretty...
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I go find everybody else.
All right. Yeah, let's go with everybody else. Nithroyal, and Brock, if Brock's present. What are you two up to this morning?
So, did Mordenkainen and Lana come back?
Nope. Not yet.
Okay.
No, because they asked me for directions and I didn't give them.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Mordenkainen's not used to getting what he wants. Nithroyal, you receive a sending. Goes, Nithroyal, it is your mentor, the Archmage Mordenkainen. Perhaps now that I have made good on my part of the deal, you can tell me where you... It never comes.
Yeah. Yes. I was beginning to wonder where you were. No, just kidding. It is within Prismeer, the Palace of Heart's Desire. Feywild.
Earth.
90210.
I don't have a mailing address.
Yeah, you
I
ran out of words at
apologize.
that point.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a so Lana, he sent his sending. He looked a little grumpy. About 10 minutes later, he says, "Oh, to hell with it," and he sent another sending. He goes, much better. Lana, shall we give it the old Bard College try?
I would love to.
All right, let's see if we can't find this Palace of Heart's Desire.
He's
Now,
definitely gonna
please
end
be
up in a
aware,
fucking...
Lana, what is about to happen is in no way a reflection of my spellcasting ability as a wizard. The teleport spell is a very finicky spell, especially if you've never been there before and have only heard of it very casually. The better I am acquainted with it, the easier it is to get there. So if we end up inside of a wall or off course, it is not my fault. Please keep this in mind.
Of course.
All right, just wanted to make sure. I've gotten some flack about it in the past. Not from you, but just generally. Okay, he casts teleport. He's got 3 of these a day. If he uses all of his higher level slots. So we're going to try one. Let's see how it goes. This is a place that he has, we'll say he's very familiar with. That is the lowest possible. That's could be better.
He's definitely gonna end up in a brothel.
My. Maybe we stay for a time. You guys, oh, this is very interesting. Damn.
Did he die?
No, not quite. More complicated for my
Worse.
for my thing. Okay, let me think here. Okay. You appear on a mountainside. You look up and you see a beautiful, vainglorious palace. It has many turrets and it is decorated here and there with the face of some very beautiful elven man with excellently trimmed facial hair, a very kind face, a very beautiful, attractive, just gorgeous looking man, elf, I should say. Decorated across at the windows, so almost have a decoration built around the face of this individual. That the actual palace is like slate gray, but with the purple of the twilight sky. It gives it sort of a pink that almost makes the place look like a loving place for this person. A glorious individual surely lives within this mountaintop palace, but it is not the Palace of Heart's Desire. And he'll go, all right, did we make it?
No, this looks
Oh.
lovely, but this is not. Who is that man? And she'll point at
I do. He looks at it very closely. Do you as well?
Yes.
I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh shit!
Caught.
That is a dirty one.
That is a 1 from Mordenkainen. The two of you look into the face of this beautiful face, and both of you find yourselves charmed.
Oh, great.
And Mordenkainen's like, perhaps we might just stay to see who lives here. We have all the time in the world. We've been here. It's the Feywild. What is time, after all?
Right.
So the two of you approach the door, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna just, I'm just gonna cut the scene there, because maybe there's a Lana one shot where her and Mordenkainen try and survive the Palace of Vanglory, but however many hours later, I'm basically just gonna save us some time. Lana, this is the adventure that transpires. You and Archmage Mordenkainen, charmed by this beautiful being, enter into the Palace of Vanglory and meet the Duke of Vanglory himself, an Archfey obsessed with his own beauty. And you'll find yourself very much like Greek mythology style, sort of like charmed and lost there for a time, or like King Arthur and his many knights, sort of charmed and sort of stuck there for a time. And both of you find your way out and try and leave the palace, and are perhaps attacked as they want you to stay and admire the beautiful Archfey, but you two manage to get out alive. And he teleports you guys again.
And we end up where?
Oh shit.
Someplace
You
else.
get there.
Oh.
You make it. No, you make it. Lucky. He teleports you guys, and there's another palace, and you look upon the beautiful Palace of Heart's Desire. You have teleported just outside its gates. You can see its glory from beyond. Splendid, and even I wouldn't say better, but definitely its own style of beauty. But nonetheless, the Palace of Heart's Desire that you know. And he goes, okay, is this the one?
Welcome to Prismeer.
By the hells, that was something. All right.
That was something. All right, well, I wonder how long it took us.
Perhaps we never speak of this again. Unless I have the book broached, and we certainly pump up some details in our favor. Anyway.
And
Let's go.
I will escort
you guys
him
will walk into the gates. You're most surely welcomed. Absolutely. Where are you taking Archmage Mordenkainen?
Probably to Nithroel, because I don't know I don't really know what's going on with Zavilna, but I do know she's got other stuff going on, and I don't know that I want to just walk him in there to her and her not have any heads up.
Fair enough. So why don't we pop back into Nithroel? So Nithroel, what would you like to do? Because Lana and Mordenkainen probably aren't going to show up for some time.
Yeah, I think after she gives that information, she'll just kind of sit there. Well, I've done all that I can. And then she stands up and then like walks probably to Zabilna.
Okay.
Will we run into each other?
Okay.
Probably.
Brock, let's go to you, just as it seems we're all conglomerating. Brock, what are you up to this morning?
This is the next day after we got back.
That's right.
Let's see. I don't have anything to discuss with Zabilna, but I do want to keep an eye on them. And Grisette's, he's still here, right?
You can look around.
I haven't seen him, but
No, I haven't seen him today.
somewhere.
He's probably somewhere. Probably.
Yeah. I'm probably just keeping an eye out for him.
Okay. Make me either an insight or investigation check. It is your choice.
Okay. do insight. I think that's a little bit better. Uh-huh. 10.
10. Okay, 10. You will go looking around. You know that the people who know where things are around the palace is usually the servants. You ask the servants. And they would tell you, luckily it's not a terribly high DC to find the Demon Lord of Indulgence. He's not a very subtle individual, or is he? But you were like, the goblins will say, we have not seen him at the palace, sire, but we have seen a man of similar description at court right now in the ballroom.
Similar description.
He looks less mean and tall and more human, I guess. But same base and horns. Tiefling. Yes, that's what you call them. Back some, I don't know.
Okay. Guess I'll check the ballroom.
You head over there and you see sort of tending court, dressed in a fine doublet underneath a dress coat with tails, grisettes that clearly identifiable to you who has seen him in his true form. Gilded in, a beautiful lavish outfit of dark purples and gold trimming, is attending courts in sort of the guise of a tiefling, who looks every bit as human except for the crown of horns that decorates his brow, and is sort of speaking to some of the bullywugs and some of the elven individuals and having a good laugh. The glass of wine in his six-fingered hand.
Okay. I won't interrupt him or anything, but I am gonna post up against the wall. I am.
All right, you eyeball him. He never really acknowledges you, or turns to look at you, which maybe for a moment or two makes you think maybe he doesn't know I'm here. But perhaps the other instinct is, nah, he knows I'm here. But you've got eyes on him, as far as you know.
Yeah. It is as far as I know, so that's good enough for me.
Good enough for you. Fantastic, my friend, fantastic. Okay. Yep, he just seems to tend court for whatever good that does. All right, if that's what you're up to, then yes, we're going to portal back to Nith Royale as you make your way up to Zabilna's room. Enter to see Trixie and Brain, Zabilna, having a pleasant conversation.
Hello. It has been a little bit since we have had a conversation. I suppose that Mordenkainen told you that he did not know where he was going?
Right, which is why we have to meet him away from here later today when we go assassin hunting.
Yes. Well, I did give him the credentials to find this place.
Yeah,
but
what was that?
The weather has been so nice lately, Nithroa.
He was trying to get away from the Iron Fae, so I hope I have not caused any discontent.
You definitely feel a cold chill in the room. It sort of sends a shiver up the back of your spine. This fucking man won't stay away. Why would you let him in, Ithrael?
To be fair, I have not seen him, and it has been quite a long time.
I'd say turn him away at the gates, but I doubt anyone even here has much of them. No, I couldn't. Very well, fine. I'll have a room made up for him.
I can send for him, and tell him.
I did not wish for you to send for him in the first place.
I see. I greatly apologize for any hardship I have befallen on you.
Make a persuasion check. As you see a dark look in her eye.
Natural 20 for a 24.
Oh, good. I'll have a silver long repeat.
Live for now.
She definitely very, very contradictory to her character. She definitely holds back some emotion in this moment. She says, Ithrael, please do not invite uninvited guests into my palace again, or there will be consequences, you understand.
I greatly understand, and please forgive me. I can try to tell him that we will meet him outside when we are leaving for whatever reason. And she kind of looks over at Trixie, like, we have something to do, right?
I mean, if he's already here, even though he may be annoying, he's extremely helpful.
Yes, he's always so very helpful. So one of his machinations was so very kind to my designs.
And I also think now that he knows where this is, I don't think he's going to leave with us.
No, I don't suspect he will, and I'm not in the measure of disintegrating my friends, but that thought has crossed my mind.
If I may ask, what exactly is the distress with Mr. Mordenkainen?
He is a meddler, and he is connected. You know what, Nethroyal? Perhaps we should go hunting assassins today.
I am
or reading books about the prophecy that was given to us. Either way, perhaps you should do it somewhere that is not here.
I definitely can read the room, and I will do just that. Alone or with friends, please say.
I don't care,
Oh.
Nithroyal. I do not care.
I will be waiting outside with my books. She kind of like shuffles, like back out the door.
She does one of these in Nithroyal's direction. The doors boom, slams shut behind you.
She fully
As she just sort of just sighs, and the mirror behind her just cracks. just because.
Yeah.
Was there something else, Trixie?
Not unless you need anything else.
No, you have been a very good advisor. You have advised, not acted without my request, and I appreciate that in a person as of late. Please, the palace is yours, my darling.
Thank you. Have a hopefully a better day from here on
Oh,
out.
I hope so. Tristan,
yes.
I hope so. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll leave and I'll run up after Mithral.
Yep. The doors
I'll be
open for you again. She closes
Are
them
you okay?
quietly.
Honestly,
I may have peed a little, but other than that, I'm fine.
yeah, I'm a little happy that happened, but I was trying to convince her to let it happen, and then you came in and was like, it just happened. So, and I wasn't convincing her. So, It was just
Well,
bad timing.
um,
But it's good because he'll be here when we leave.
yes, yes. See,
Hopefully
I usually get quite excited when I see her get that way towards others, but when it is me, it is a whole different feeling.
Yeah. The weather's gonna really suck for a while now. Probably.
Does it ever shine here?
Yeah, it was nice when we got here.
Was it?
It
I
was.
don't think it
It was
was.
nice this morning. Nicer.
Oh, you mean this
Storms.
morning? Oh, okay, okay.
That's
For a
okay.
very long time, it was at least in Prismeer, from what I was hearing in Senarais, it was very dreary for a long time.
Well, it'll be that way. At least today, probably.
Ah,
I will say, Trixie, you bring up a very excellent point. The domain of delight that belongs to the Archfey can be quite explanatory of your Archfey's current state. If you had a
interesting.
mind, you could probably go out into nature, see what it's like around here as of late, and maybe learn a thing or two about your patron. Perhaps.
I think I'll still we'll go talk to everybody first, figure out what we're doing. And then I was gonna go outside and do the ritual, so I'll get out there eventually.
I just gotta give us some trees today. I just gotta get out there.
So we don't know that Lana's here, or she might not be here yet. So we go to find Brock, I guess.
Okay.
Just ask around if anyone's seen Brock.
Yeah, either you can make an investigation or insight check.
16 insight.
Yeah, you easily find Brock sort of at court. And you can see him sort of standing maybe across the room, maybe actually Brock, since you've been here in this setting, as just standing there, many people will come up to you. Many of the sort of courtly diplomats and such from the Sele court, the Unsele court, the local politicians of Prismeer are very much interested to speak to you. One of Zybilna's most trusted advisors and a great hero of the Feywild. You two will enter in and see Brock very much, whether at ease or slightly anxious or whatever his state, probably very much not swarmed but surrounded by important individuals who are like, so tell me, Brock, about your latest adventure. This elven diplomat of blonde sort of Sele persuasion says.
Infiltrating the Feydark, and I'm not looking at him. I'm still like,
Yeah.
keeping my eyes on Grisette's. I'm a little distracted. It was a big deal. They had a big bomb. We blew it up.
Everyone is very interested, you can tell. A couple of them even laugh at something that you didn't mean to be funny, but apparently was funny. And they go, "Why, incredible! A bomb, you say? What is a bomb? I've never heard of such a thing. You must regale us of the entire detail of every... We've heard of your heroism, but from your own lips, sir." And they'll keep going. And yeah, Nithril and Trixie definitely see the well, you're a big bear right now, as usual. So you can kind of see over their heads, but you see this bear sort of cornered, looking over everyone's head at the dark but then glorious individual who looks very much like the demon lord you saw before.
I will just walk over to Brock.
Excuse me, folks. I have to meet with some of the other knights.
Of course. Please come speak with us at any time if you require. Yeah, you guys can all... You can either speak in the hall itself or the You know that the usual meeting room is just sort of connected, so you could go over there if you wanted to.
Meeting room?
Yeah,
The
meeting room.
Let's step
Indeed.
to the side.
Let us take this into the other room.
Should we take this over there? You guys all find your way into the room. You all grab a seat. And just as you're about to sort of like open your mouth, the doors fly open as Lana and Mordenkainen find themselves in your presence. Mordenkainen says, finally! We are reunited. This is quite the building that she has made for herself. I have to say, it's not really her style, but just try new things, I suppose.
I did try to talk her into letting you come. I'm just not very good at that. But you got
Nonsense.
here anyways, so.
I got here anyway. Nonsense. Never mind how. I am a very powerful and resourceful individual.
Yes. With that resourcefulness, Mr. Mordenkainen.
Archmage Mordenkainen.
Oh, pardon.
That's
I
all right.
would hate to be called Mister if I was a Archmage. God forbid.
It
But
takes a long time to earn the title. It's not an easy thing.
how does one? Never mind. Well, with the resourcefulness, make sure that you are quite resourceful with not angering the host, as it be. She was quite interested that you were coming, especially after I said that I gave you the coordinates to find. Not quite coordinates, but you got here just fine.
Yes, there was no sidetracks. It was a perfect incantation. Despite... Never mind.
Okay. But yes, she is dealing with company, as it were. And she's quite taxed, mentally, emotionally.
Are we speaking of the same individual? Taxed?
I'm being quite acute with my phrases, but just I'm not sure if you want to join us or not, but we do plan on leaving to go find these assassins.
Nonsense. I am here. This is what I have come for. I have helped you in your such a thing, and I shall remain here to hopefully bring Zybilna back to her senses and cast out whatever darkness has found itself upon this palace.
There are business proceedings that are happening as we speak. So I think she might want to be left alone. She did say she would prepare you a room.
Oh, she's prone to the occasional emotional outburst, but it's nothing to worry about, I'm sure. She's rather calculating.
Well,
more often than
if
not.
anyone can understand her, I'm sure a lifelong friend such as you would be able to aid in this situation.
Well, lifelong friend of Igwolf, but she's become this Zybilna individual. I have no idea how much time has passed in her perspective of the Feywild. She could have been gone for another lifetime, and I maybe do not know this individual as well. How would you describe her at this point? Of a personality, let's say.
She was
occasionally emotional or generally emotional?
For a while.
Frozen for a while, okay.
So,
very interesting.
The time difference might not have been that long.
Maybe, perhaps.
She still finds joy in the little things. Likes to turn into a chicken. Time to time.
Yes, she always loved chicken things. Big chicken
Yes.
fan. Finds joy in the little things.
Like Brock. Before.
Finds joy in the happy things. Are we talking of the same individual?
You have to understand. These days, she is the lady of the carnival. She is a granter of wishes to those who need them. She is
Grants
a
wishes
caring.
to those who need them.
She is very caring.
Nice.
Nice?
She's kind.
Kind?
I know, right?
But-
Very different from the story.
What has happened to my
But
friend in my absence?
I will
know.
say,
She's become. It's almost as if she gives a shit.
Oh, she gives a shit. Just.
I will say.
I mean, after this morning, I don't think that's what you'll see today.
No.
I
I
But
was just going to say, quite wrathful still when
Oh, I know wrathful from her. But you mean today? I mean, again, as far as I know, occasional emotional outburst, and then returns to a sort of calculating demeanor.
I would say that that is mostly true. It's just as of late, as I said, with these proceedings, and also, the whole Sele and Sele war possibly arising. It's just a lot, even for a woman of her magnitude and ferocity.
A woman of her magnitude, that's funny. Well,
I hate to be the one to, because I know that this is important, but we didn't stop that. Like, we just bought ourselves some time, right? But we've got to use this time. So what's she doing, and what are we supposed to be doing?
we're hunting assassins today.
That sounds like fun.
And then, or at the same time, we have to research the, little prophecy. Oh my god, I forgot the word.
All right.
I will keep you appraised as the situation here in the palace while you are gone. We'll see just how dark and supernatural things have become around here. I'm sure it's manageable now that I'm here.
That would be appreciated. I
If
also
you
have to do a
rescue-
ritual before we leave, so
Yeah.
you guys have other stuff to do.
Oh, a ritual! I am a great fan of those. Perhaps you might require some aid?
No, but you could watch if you want. I'm just gonna sit outside.
Is this a sort of druid ritual then?
Mostly, yes.
Mm,
Kind of
not really my
lightly.
area of study.
Are we going off to do things now?
I believe, Wodenkaimen, excuse me. I hope you will enjoy your stay. You may be hearing from us soon, whether that is to help us or to see how things are going. But we will be moving out here shortly if no one objects.
Very well, very well.
Very well.
Well, I shall go make myself comfortable, I suppose.
It's nice meeting you. Thanks for all the help.
Oh, yes, I'm sure our paths will cross again soon, and whenever darkness is upon this palace, I will cast it out, hopefully, post-haste.
That would be Grisette's.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
And the Iron Fae,
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
We're
did you...
glad to have
yes,
help.
we already spoke of it. Grisette, Jesus. I don't know who that is. That's from a different world, don't mind that. Alright, I better get to work. Alright. Good day, and he'll walk away.
I'm not sorry he's here.
Oh
I
no,
know I
I'm not
should be,
either.
but I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
Saying,
It's good. It's good that he's here.
yeah, yeah. We did our due diligence. We made good use of him. We stalled for a really long time. Y'all look like she was real pissed. I mean, can I do an insight check? But it seems like they were really obvious about.
They said
Yeah,
point blank that she might be a little upset today is all.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's usually very, very reserved. Like she's usually very. So for them to be all excited about it, probably didn't go well.
The assassins were heading to the hero's tomb, which we've been to, so we can just transport over there.
Ooh,
In a
what
little
if, What if we transport inside and set traps for them?
Well, this was yesterday, so they might have already been there and left. How long was it from where the Seder thing was, Grove, to the hero's tomb?
For you guys, it was about distance and time are a strange measure here in the Feywild.
Right.
So what you traveled last time could be very different this time.
So either outside of it to a tree, or are you getting us right in the inside of it?
I could
50-50
definitely do
probably.
that. We could make it there post haste. What is on the path between here and the hero's tomb?
What? What's in between?
What is the yes?
The Feywild?
What the fuck kind of a answer is that?
I don't know. We've transported a lot of trees, so I'm just like jumping around places. So I don't know what's in between. I'm sure Trixie knows. What's in between? Does Trixie know?
Yeah, like forest basically.
Yeah.
Where you were was a very forested path. Distance and time being a strange thing. With that said, like you have been to the tomb, you have been to the grove, and you do know of trees that lay near both. So you could try and go to those places if you wished, and probably succeed, so long as the tree exists still.
How about this? One of us scries on the assassins, figures out where they are at this current moment, and then right when you identify that area, then I can teleport us to that location. Or if you see a tree, you can do it, Trixie.
Either works.
Very well. Do you have the scrying spell?
I do. I was gonna go do the ritual first, though.
Yes. Yes. You have to save the magical energy for, well, when we're killing people.
Well, let me go do the ritual, and then I can do the scrying.
Very well. All right.
And then are we gonna plan on
Well,
leaving tomorrow?
No,
as
the
as
ritual
soon
shouldn't
as-
take me too long.
Okay.
Yes, so we should be leaving as soon as Trixie can identify
Do we have an
the
hour?
assailants. An hour?
Do we have an hour?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Excellent. I'll put Monkey back together.
There you go.
Humpty Dumpty back together again. Sure, you begin to put Monkey back together again. No problem. You do it within the hour. I just want to think just got something maybe a little fun will happen with that. I just got to decide what it is. In the meantime, yeah, you put Monkey back together again. Man, this definitely challenges my sense of improv and creativity. Anyway, but yeah, so Lana, you're putting Monkey back together again as a lion, as before. And you do so just fine. Let me ask Lana. When you think about your automaton, your companion monkey, what does Lana think about? Like, what does Lana think about like what's the potential of this creature? Like, or what is your fantasies surrounding your automaton? Like what are the things you wish you could achieve, even if they were truly impossible? Like what's going on?
Oh, I'd love to have someone that I could talk to, like bounce my schematics off of, who I could here's what I'm thinking, and who could look and be like, oh, but no, you could do this thing, like we could work together and make things better. Like, Jarvis.
We're talking vision, or are we talking Jarvis?
Just Jarvis AI inside of
The AI
this.
Jarvis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But it's inside of a metal shell. Is that
Yeah.
not what?
Yeah.
Is that
Pretty
not
much
what
vision,
is?
I guess. Except
Yeah.
in
So I
like
guess
an
I guess
animal
vision.
or in
Okay.
the suit.
You put together Monkey. As you're putting together Monkey, you have some like weird moments when you're putting the pieces back together that, like the things that are working, you like take a closer look and you realize like one of the gears is now made of like candy cane, and then another, and then like some of like the wiring is like licorice, and you're like, he was running, like he was working, but these were in there, and you have this whole like, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Out of curiosity, do you put it back together with the candy parts, or do you replace them? Yeah, you do. Okay, you're like, fuck it, let's see what happens.
Her motto in life is fuck around and find out.
Okay, great.
She threw herself off a
You
ledge 3 times in a row just to learn something about someone.
That is pretty fey. Yeah, you put Humpty Dumpty together again, and you learn, and as your lion comes back together and powers up, stands up and looks at you and says, "Good morning, Lorna." My voice modulator seems to have improved significantly. Oh, wait, I didn't make you roll for it. Make me a charisma check. I preemptively gave you Jarvis.
All right, flat charisma. It's a 17 on the dice. What was it? Or just charisma?
You're good. 17's more than enough. I do want to ask, the actual stat block says it can't speak, right?
I feel like that's part of it.
Mm-hmm. Well, it doesn't matter because it can now. It speaks to you in Sylvan, and it says,
Perfect.
"Good morning, Lorna."
Good morning.
Well, what are we up to today? I admit I couldn't speak before, and I'm just processing this. Why can I have intelligence now? It's very odd.
It's the Feywild. You're made of
It is the
candy.
Feywild.
Nothing
candy,
about
that's
this makes sense. It's exciting, though.
That's right. I am made of candy. I can feel it inside me. Yes. Well, it's a good thing I'm made of iron, or I might just have had diabetes. But regardless.
So there are some assassins that were sent here to kill us. We're gonna assassinate them.
Well, I am built for murder, after all.
I know. All right, well, let's go meet the others.
As you say, ma'am.
She's probably practically skipping.
And it very robotically follows you, much like a lion does. Sweet. Trixie, it's time. Okay. You find your way outside. You know that this is technically a teleportation circle, if we're being quite frank with ourselves, and won't serve your purposes, but you find a nice plot of grass that suits your needs. It requires a couple of things. candles and incense and some strange stones, the essence of the Fae, some things that have to do with the religion of Corlon. Could you make a religion check, please, to do with Corlon? See how much you know.
8.
8. You're aware of the god of elves, but not much more than that. This is sort of like the chief deity of the elven people. But further detail eludes you a little bit, like you know of him, perhaps. Do you think your people pray to the elven pantheon?
I mean, I don't know. I didn't think about it. But they're only like they don't let anybody else in, so they're all about being elves, so
Then they probably do.
they probably do, yeah.
All right, if that's the
Maybe
case,
in
I'll just
their own unique way, but yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, I'm just gonna hand you the info because you would have been raised in it. That makes sense. There we are. Basically, the Elven Pantheon, and to your people in the Elvish tongue would be known as the Sendarin. They are the many elven gods, the most prominent and most possibly important amongst the god, arguably, would be Corlon. Corlon the Thunder, the god of art and magic, and the crescent moon. And the thing about Corlon is that he doesn't have a true form, much like the Everchanger, and perhaps why your people pray to it and worship it with such vigor, is because much like your god, it is always changing. Many depict the elven god Corlon in looks like a pristine elven archer. But the truth of the matter is, in mythology, that he has appeared to councils of the gods as a cloud, and other times as a horse, and sometimes as a small woodland creature, other times as a magnificent dragon. He is a god of art and magic, and is supposed to be sort of the idealization of what all elves should be, and the creator of them. So, you place the Evershifter down, and in the Sylvan tongue, you begin to sort of mete out this prayer and summon forth druidic magics that will sort of bind with divinity. Druidic magics call upon nature and treat nature as a divine being. You're in the Feywild, which is Corlon's domain, shall we say. And naturally, those divine energies flood into your own druidic magics, tying together, lacing around the Evershifter that you place down. You place the Evershifter down in nothing more than a simple wooden rod upon the ground, maybe much like a wand. You place it in that form down on the ground and begin performing these druidic magics. To anybody watching, as Trixie sort of seems in and out of the druidic language and the Sylvan language and into a more arcane-based tongue, these green magics will sort of flow around. The candlelight flame will sort of flicker in different colors. The Evershifter sort of appearing up into the air, sort of becoming a little more amorphous, a little jelly-like, and flooding into different forms and figures. And you feel, Trixie, for the first time, presence from the actual Evershifter. It's been a useful utility item up until now, and perhaps you have wondered why it is deserving of such praise. It's surely not for its usefulness. And you do feel an essence from the actual Evershifter now, a presence from it. And without word and without song, it emulates to you emotion. It's many emotions, much like your patron, running freely. Anger, hate, love, pain, sorrow, happiness, wrath. You sort of, not taking you over, but you feel all of these sort of emotions changing, swifting, flooding around you.
She has those eyes that change with her emotions. Her eyes have just got to be going like all these different colors. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys, and anybody who's watching Trixie might see that emulating. Absolutely. And as you feel that happening, you feel yourself, the attunement becoming all the more raw, all the more powerful. The presence comes to you and it exacts from you a question that it would wish an answer for. The question being, what is change in your mind?
It's welcome.
There's warmth in that response. It regards you. What is magic?
Everything.
Warmth. And in that moment, you sort of recognize the Evershifter sort of sputzing about magic itself. Fairy fires, even a couple of good berries sort of drop from its amorphous form all over the floor. Perhaps a beast or two sort of appear in the trees around, as if druidic magic, sort of even low-level magic, sort of flooding out of you into the Evershifter and into the trees about. And you feel the potential for change, to become almost closer to that piece of divinity. You bind and wrap the magic in with the Evershifter. And sure enough, the Evershifter sort of completes its transformation into this gorgeous, elegant, beautiful long wand that is sort of bright brown, very much like a yew. And it does have another vine that sort of wraps around it that seems to constantly move and sort of string around itself, almost like a snake, as if it were alive. The color of it sort of shifts and changes and vibrates around it, and the wand sort of goes from a crooked to a twisted to a straight wand, and it's always moving, but it is indeed a wand. And the ritual is near its completion. Do you accept the wand?
Yep.
You take the wand, and the vine sort of wraps around down your arm and just sort of holds itself there. And you kind of like let go of the wand, and the wand sort of just flits about and just sort of like rests itself across your forearm. And you find that it's almost conscious with you, that you could sort of draw it to your hand if you wanted to, slip it into your hand if you wanted to. Its old powers remaining that could shift into these many items, but more than that, you feel its magic is intertwined and entangled with your own druidic powers. That this is perhaps not all of it. Perhaps there's something else, something that's still dormant. But you have released and evolved the power of the Evershifter. And you know that your druidic powers and magic and nature, though nature does indeed change slowly, you will not. You will change much faster, like the elves always were intended to. I will add these to your Evershifter between games,
Okay.
but you will have 2 new abilities. The first of which is that you can now swap druid spells on a short rest rather than a long rest. And the second is that you can wild shape at will.
Ooh, okay. That was so cool.
Do you like? And with that, your Evershifter is upgraded. There's perhaps more to be done, but its power becoming more and more realized. And that's the ritual of the Everchange, or the Evershifter, excuse me. Fantastic. Oh god, I took the tree with me.
They're
Whatever,
just
we're gonna let
following
the
me
cat
now.
That's how powerful it is.
Yeah, it's so powerful. Nature's following you. You got a tree too. Incredible. I will also probably throw in there that while it is a wand, it is going to function as a +1 to attack, spellcasting DC, and attack rolls
Attack.
as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
That is
I'll
very
definitely
cool.
account for all of that very soon. And as long as it is a druidic focus, so you can shift it into a staff or a wand or whatever you please. Yep. Okay. So that is what Trixie gets up to in the hour. Is there anything else that anyone would like to do? Lana has put together her automaton. Nithroyel, Brock, is there anything you two would like to get up to?
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to do some research into a spell that allows me to make a demi-plane.
Ooh. Yeah. It's a very big library, my friend. It's a very big library indeed. Go ahead and make me. This would probably be research worthy of some time. Go ahead and make me an initial investigation check.
You got it. That will be a 13. I rolled a 3.
You go looking around the library, and you definitely like, you only got an hour here, so it's very much sort of like perusing to start finding the potential, the interest of demiplane sort of coming to you. And you do find amongst the shelves a number of books that seem to speak of demiplanes, their functionality, how they work. You get the sense if you dedicated enough time and research, you could definitely possibly find what you seek. But this isn't something done in an hour. This is something done over maybe a couple days.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. Brock, is there anything that you'd like to get up to while you await your friend's readiness?
I'm I'm gonna see if Mordenkainen has messed anything up in this hour. I'll just try and keep an eye on him this time.
Yeah, I get to play out the scene. Somebody's gonna see it.
Oh, there was a thing that was going to happen.
Yeah, there was a thing that was gonna happen behind the scenes, unless somebody wanted to actually see it. You go looking around for Mordenkainen, or just straight up follow him. That's entirely your choice.
Try to be. Well, I was gonna say I'll try to be stealthy about it, but I am a bear, so.
You can be trying to be stealthy. Bears can. Anyway, roll a stealth check.
Else can be.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well, we'll see.
Anyway.
That is 13.
Okay. Let's see how she goes. I gotta put you up here. I need to get out. Oh, Mordenkainen. Your stop block, sir. You find yourself in her throne room, where Grisette is sort of milling about with his coat, his fine outfit. And he's just sort of here dallying about with one of the elven representatives. Very in a sort of flirtatious way. And he's got him sort of like up against a pillar and sort of like the arm over his head. It's kind of like whispering something in his ear. Definitely looks like, stock dealings back behind the curtain, so to speak. And Mordenkainen finds his way there. Also, Igric's there, and he's like with you. And he goes, "Hey, boss, we keeping an eye on old baddie."
Yeah, it feel like somebody's got to.
Yeah, I don't want to, but I technically work for him, but that's just between me and you. I mean, I knew him back in the day. Back in the day, they were having, and you're kind of like, shut up, maybe a little bit. But yes, the Quasit indeed is a monster demon, but he's more loyal to Zybilna than anyone. But in this moment, you see Mordenkainen sort of appears. And he says, "Demon, hear me." And the sort of elven gentleman sort of like stands to the back of the room, and Grisette turns around in his sort of human form and says, Archmage Mordenkainen. I was wondering when you'd find your way here. You always seem to not know when to stop sticking your nose into a love affair that isn't going to work out for you. He says, be silent. She is a friend of mine, and it has never gone farther than that. And he goes, oh, you can't lie to me. You are a man. You have a cock between your legs. You're telling me you've never wondered. And he goes, silence! I shall be here to banish you back to Azagrad, you demon! And he is going to try and cast banishment.
Oh,
The spell looks like it's going to take hold, and Grisesti goes, no, no, no! As the spell sort of washes off of him. And he says, impressive. I almost felt like it was tickling me a little bit. Do it again. And he goes, no! And he casts another one.
can I run down there and try and like stop Mordenkainen?
Yeah, you run over to Mordenkainen and sort of try and stop him. The banishment sort of floods off him, and as you sort of crest the corner and you sort of like lose sight of the scene behind the pillar, you come out the other side. Grisetst is in full demon lord form, massive in size. Is got Mordenkainen by the throat up against a pillar with a massive, wicked, curved, acidic blade up to his throat, staring at him violently, and goes, you think you can just come in here and mess in my affairs? I have looked for her for some time, and just because you have laid your foot upon these pedestals does not mean you're entitled to tell me what to do. And he sort of like up there with his throat, sort of giant blade across his throat, almost comically large, but more terrifyingly than anything. As you crest the corner, do you do anything, Brock?
I'm gonna keep running toward him.
All right, you run up to here. Mordenkainen's about 15 feet off the ground, up against the pillar, where Grisetst stands and watches you approach, and sort of looks at you. And just for half a second, you catch a look of like, "Fuck" in his face, and then returns to the like, looks like you've got friends. You get to live for another day. And he drops him, and he falls to the floor, coughs a little bit, says, "Are you done with your temper tantrum, Mordenkainen?" Mordenkainen just kind of coughs and looks over at you, Brock. Just kind of shrugs at you. What do you do?
I'll grit my teeth and just grab Mordenkainen and pull him out of the room.
All right, you start pulling him out of the room. As you do, Grisette sort of calls behind and says, "We should chat, Brock. We need not be enemies, me and you. We want the same things."
I pretend like I don't hear.
Fair enough. And you sort of pull him out of the room, and Grisette sort of, the blade sort of disappears, and he returns back to whatever size he was, now unarmored, and back to being just a guy, and disappears with a snap of his fingers. And you sort of pull him away towards the stairs, but Grisetst is no longer here. Yeah.
So lucky.
Bastard. I knew he would be hard to expunge. I admit I've never met a demon lord in combat. Will has described it to me in some regard. I might have to... I need to get him out of here.
Yeah. You're gonna have to keep a lower profile than that.
Lower profile?
Yeah.
Perhaps we might have to play the long game with this one. Even my magic only has so much, power. Even the time stop wasn't enough. Well, listen to me, Brock. He puts a hand on your shoulder. He says, "Things are indeed dire far into the Feywild, but the Demon Lord of Indulgence is within your house. And Igwol, well, she has her desires about her. She may not know she needs the help that she needs until it's too late. You understand what I mean?
I understand. I don't
See.
think it's too late yet. But believe me, I understand.
I agree with you there, Brock. You have to do what you have to do, and you must perform your lady service, but keep in mind that while things are dangerous out there, and there are tasks to be done out there are tasks to be done here as well. Intrigue to be looked upon. I'll do my best to be your ally in this playing field. It's been some time since I've mixed with politics, but it's something I'm not unused to. So keep your wits about you. Divide your time carefully. Do not wish for this creature to corrupt your lady any further than he may have already have.
You do the same. And try not to die.
Yes, I'll play it more carefully. Thank you for your timely intervention.
Alright, then I'll go find the others.
Yeah, to go your separate ways. But Mordenkainen seems ready to play the, the long game now, rather than the show up, time, stop, banish, and see it not work. Okay.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, I couldn't narrate it because it's a time stop, right? But you basically, time stopped, and then Grisette's either saved or legendary resistance until he had him against the pillar. So, unfortunate for Mordenkainen. He is not more powerful than Demon Lord. Yet. Okay. Transferring on back. Yeah, all of you come to the completion of your hour-long tasks after your initial meeting. What would you like to do?
I think we're gonna do the whole scry and then teleport thing.
Scry and
Yep.
teleport.
So once everybody's
And-
gathered, I'll start the scry.
Okay. On the big guy?
The big guy again, yep.
Nope. Not with those negative bonuses you got now. Okay. You look within your bowl. The surface goes flat. And the images appear from just a wave of ripples that take the crystal-like surface. And it's like looking into a mirror. You look within, and you see, as always, the twilight sky of the Feywild. You see them just making their way through the wood. Just sort of slowly but surely, slightly spaced out, making their way through the wood, keeping an eye about them, here and there. You will notice that their arms and armor are slightly more decorated with trophies, hunting trophies, shall we call them. Perhaps one has a belt of fairy wings. Another may have ears, pointed elven ears, slightly more elongated, such as a ladrin. The guy that you're following, the big brutish guy with the minigun, he's got a necklace of they look like tails. They look like fawn tails or satyr tails. And there's maybe a dozen. And they all seem to just be trophy hunting.
So I will be looking for a good tree for us.
There are many. There are a great many.
Yep.
Yep. With ease.
But what's the best one?
Make a perception check for the best one if you want the best one.
Sure. 7 plus 12.
7 plus 12, 19. You look about and you find a rather large tree sort of up ahead of them, not too far ahead of them. They'll probably pass it in the next minute. and it's a wide enough tree that your party could probably hide behind it. And it's certainly tall enough that you could hide within the very thick boughs without much trouble, where the actual branches and boughs of the trees, many, many long feet up, are wide enough to carry your whole party without even a modest worry of falling off.
So I tell them that and ask them real quick, do you want to go now and get behind the tree or wait until they pass it?
Telling that to us.
Yep.
The way I see it, the way the first group operated, it was all about range. If we can get close to them, they can't pick us off from forever away.
Yeah, either option we would be pretty close. It's just whether we want to be in front of them or behind them. But now that we've been talking, we'll probably just end up behind them.
I mean, either's fine.
So I'll give it like another 2 minutes then. And then I'll transport.
Yeah, plants.
Tree stride or whatever it is. What is it? Transport the plants? Yeah. Onto the side that they shouldn't be on anymore.
Okay. On the ground level or up in the boughs?
What do you guys want?
I mean, I'm fine on the ground.
Ground is fine.
Yeah, ground.
You approach a tree in the courtyard. It opens for all of you. You walk through, and just like that, you find yourself somewhere else. You find yourself in very hot. It's very, very hot. It's almost like almost rainforesty, minus the rain. It's a very, very dry heat, but a very tall trees, and the bark itself is very everything is just very dry. You find yourself in the dry summer heat here in the forest as you sort of come out of this massive tree. You could, if you try to put your arms around it, would just be like this. It's a fucking massive, massive tree. Like radius wise, like, you know, it varies, but probably a good like 200-foot diameter tree. Big, big tree. Old tree. You step out of the little portal that you have made on the opposite side. What do you do?
Can we hear them?
Make a perception check.
31.
Can I smell them?
Can smell.
Is the iron in the air tonight?
Yeah, make a smell. That's a night.
Make it smell.
That is. Okay, so advantage with keen smell.
Mm-hmm.
Crap. 9 plus 4, 13.
9 plus 4, 13. You can indeed smell the iron in the air. You look over at certain. No, that wouldn't be hard. They're fully masked and everything. But Trixie, you could hear them precisely. You know precisely where they are. They've definitely walked past you guys already. This tree. They're on the other way. They're moving at a slow pace. As far as you can tell. They're slightly spread apart. There's 6 of them, as I believe was the number. And yeah, you hear them sort of moving away from you all in a nice, slow, cautious pace.
Point to the direction they're at, and I'll whisper, should we just silently
Sneak
attack
up behind
them?
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is certainly enough foliage here that you guys could get low and try and surprise them if you wanted to. There's definitely enough obscurity. Stealth checks, group stealth checks.
Oh, pass
Check.
without trace.
Pass without trace is up.
Very nice. Oh crap, that wasn't it.
27.
7. Yes, Lana.
14.
Hmm?
14.
14.
Well,
Here, I'll just go grab those totals again.
Is
14.
that with pass without trace or no? Lana.
No, then it would be 24. I'm sorry.
24, very nice. What'd you get, Trixie?
1d7. I think I said. Yeah.
7. Brock.
28.
What about you, Nathrael?
23.
So really good, basically. About 25, 24. You guys would average out at like 25. Oh, what about Monkey? If Monkey's here. Monkey.
I think we need a new. That doesn't suit anymore.
Yes, ma'am. If you be so kind, I would prefer to name slightly more ferocious.
How about Aslan?
My. You see a lion like in the grass, like looks over you and goes, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Oh no, I don't want to." No, just kidding. He goes, "Aslan. That's rather regal, isn't it?"
I think so.
If that is what you wish, madam, I would certainly be happy to be named that.
There's a natural 20. I gotta look up his thing.
Shit, so that's gonna be 30.
Why can't I ever find his thing right when I'm looking at it? Here we go. +1. So yeah, that's 21.
And with
Oh,
pass
for the
without a
stealth,
trace.
so it'd be 31.
So Monkey just boosts up the stealth to like 1,000,000. So you guys are doing like 26, 27, something like that.
Very, very quiet.
Very, very quiet. With hunting assassins.
Yeah.
Okay. Make your way through the wood. As quiet as can be, as stealthily as can be. Do you wish to... So, I admit we're going to go to a break very soon. As, you know, I need to set up the encounter. But you are behind trees and such, and you get yourselves into good positionings. You launch a surprise round. All right, give me half a moment here. As you do so, and you'll jump from the bush to cast and sling whatever spells you may. They all of them in tandem sort of flinch and look in your direction. A blade that sort of shakes in warning. We're gonna go to a break. We'll see you in another minute, guys. Be right back.
All right, no problem. You give everybody unique names.
All right. It's a little longer break this time around. Ooh, shall we see our adversaries? You know you're in trouble when they've got their own minis. Damn, I shared the whole time.
Yeah, all your secrets have been exposed.
Shit. No, it's fine. Not all of them. I just forgot to set up the minis.
I got a dog thing. I'll be right back.
No problem. No problem at all. Everything's great. Yeah, I thought I turned off the screen share. It's fine. Okay. Get started whenever she gets back. We'll get to it. Some minis in there. So just as a quick note, Trixie, about the Evershifter thing, the bonus that the Evershifter gives you to DC and attack rolls doesn't stack. So with your Staff of the Woodlands, because they're two separate weapons. So it's going to give you the DC bonus no matter what. But as far as the spell attack roll goes, you got to pick between the Woodland Staff or the wand. So
That's fine. I'll just leave it as is for now, obviously. I'll
okay,
just
cool.
assume I'm using the woodland stuff.
I might just make it easy on you and just call it a +1 to your DC, and then You don't have to worry about interchanging and whatever. Probably gonna stick with the woodland anyway.
It is pretty powerful, so
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
we all know how much I love staffs, guys.
Ah,
I was half expecting during that ceremony for you to say it was a staff.
shit, I should have totally done that.
I
That
was
would've been so
waiting for
funny.
it.
Damn.
Maybe it's
Oh, well.
like the size of a wand, but it looks like a staff.
Yeah, well, you could turn it into a staff.
I can,
It's
yeah.
a wand the size of a staff.
And then so it.
Yeah.
A wand the size of a staff. That's funny. Nuh-uh. It's a wand for sure.
I just love that I wrote that into my backstory and you made this really cool thing.
I'm glad you like it.
I do.
Yeah.
2 years in the making.
Yeah, just took a minute for it to get big and bad.
Yeah, I didn't write
guess.
much about it. I was just like, it can change into things and it has this picture on it. That's all I wrote.
Yeah, and I was like,
And he
okay,
ran with it. It was pretty cool.
fun. Good fun, that's what this is. Okay. Okay. Are you guys ready for this? Damn, sounds like you guys aren't ready for
Bring it.
this.
Yep, sure are.
Okay, good. Wow, sure are, boss. Boy, who are you kidding?
Gee willikers.
Gee willikers, Batman. I'm ready for anything. Okay. Let's get it on. Roll initiative. And we're gonna place you guys where you want to be.
Fucking hell.
Oh, excuse whoever that was.
No way that came out of a person.
That was the chair, I swear.
I think that was the
Yeah,
think it-
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy.
Whatever,
Need
man.
some WD-40.
My fucking nose hairs just got singed, okay? Somebody's fucking lying.
And I'm across the country.
Did you start the forest fires?
Only
all
you
of
can
them.
stop
Yeah,
us.
that was Ryan.
I know it was.
Me?
I think it was game night too. Yeah. For him at least.
Okay. Let's do this. Damn, son.
Is his name Dodge?
You betcha.
Like the car?
Like the reaction. Or like the action. Yeah, I mean, I should have named them all after carbs. I don't know why.
Dodge.
Ram.
You can change Lord to Ford.
Lord to Ford, there you go.
Shadow Champ. A champ.
The thing that you need to recognize is that the modern world is less creative than the fantasy one. That's the moral of the story, really. At the end of the day. So I tossed you guys behind them bushes over there. So I figured it made sense. But you guys can organize yourselves a little bit more if you think you'd be in different places. But let's get initiative down first. Okay, let's get Let's get it going. 25 to 20.
22.
22, eh? Okay, what about 20 to 15?
17 for me.
Okay, what about 15 to 10?
Damn.
What about 10 to 5? No? What'd you get there, Lana? Unmute yourself. A 1? Okay, Trixie, what'd you get?
4. I'm not last.
Yeah, we love that for you guys. Okay, turn order is up.
I always roll horribly in initiative, and I don't have a great bonus.
What is 2 to... What the fuck happened to exposure?
Good idea.
Yeah, my dice are not hot tonight. My dice are not hot tonight, y'all. Getting
Not hot dice.
freaking turned. What is the Palace of Vainglory? I would like to talk about that afterwards.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it, don't you worry.
Because apparently I had an experience there.
Oh, yes.
And so did your dog.
I didn't want to go on a full solo adventure, but that is lore I've got in the game, and it just I had to pick a place that was similar to the Palace of Heart's Desire. For some reason, the only palace I could think of at the time was the Palace of Vainglory, so that's where you ended up. Whim, right? Okay. Where do you guys think you'd be positioned around the forest? You'd all would have to be within 30 feet of Trixie, though, to have gained her bonus. Or 15, I believe. So where would the party have liked to have ambushed from? Your choice. Is there a place that looks particularly good?
I mean, I'm
Within
fine with the tree
30.
we're behind.
It's within 30 of me.
Within 30 of you, okay.
Still, that's probably further out than we might be able to
Yeah.
have 2 trees to pick from.
Trixie would have just have liked to been near a tree. So as long as
Yeah.
Trixie's near a tree.
Trixie could have been like here. You could have done like this situation if you wanted to, and then you guys could have divided a little amongst the tree and the bushes. Oh fuck! That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Or not really, actually. Sorry, guys. So come on, Trixie, just work with me here. Oh, I guess you could have done over here. You want to do over here?
Yes.
That works. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll put Trixie right in the middle. Who wants to be? Oh, Brock, where are you going? Where are you positioned?
Probably behind the tree.
Tree.
Yeah, like
Okay. Nithroyal.
I'll be somewhere close to Trixie, hiding behind the bushes.
Okay. Lana.
Yeah, I guess move us just a little more camera right.
Like that?
Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, in the brush there. What about?
Aslan next to me. Yeah.
All right, got it. So you two are just kind of scrunched.
So we got a whole surprise round on him, right?
Unfortunately, not. You guys
No,
were
their weapons
very,
thing.
very well stealth, but something seemed to have alerted them as you went forth with your ambush round. A magic. Well, you probably recognize it through. I'll just give it to you because you have a wicked fucking bonus. You recognize. What would it be? It would be a short sword of warning is drawn by one of the party members, and they seem to draw. Is there a particular moment when you guys would have jumped? Would you like them to have been further away, closer?
I'd like to be as close as possible.
Okay, so why don't we say, because you guys could have very well waited for your moment. So why don't we say they were like moving in from this direction over here.
Okay.
And that's when you sort of all jumped out, and that puts Brock at the front. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Excellent.
Yep, that's good. Good for you guys. Maybe move you guys just slightly over. Does that change anyone's positioning at all?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Just move Trixie.
I'm shaking
right
like
back.
it would matter, but I'm in the center, so.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you guys are good. Stealth doesn't really matter at this point. Okay, so the blade comes out and is aware. I don't know why the lighting is so... There we go. It's twilight, yo. Come on. Why does it do this? There we go. Okay, first is going to be dodge. Dodge.
Does he dodge? Is that what he does?
Maybe. Dodge is going to run for this tree over here. Isn't fully going to make it. Is going to, as the blade sort of shakes, and they're gonna pull out their, what do they got? They have, right. This guy's gonna whip out his, sorry guys. Yeah, he's gonna whip out his rifle. How does a 22 do, Brock?
A 22?
I'll give you half cover, so you have a +2 to that. To your AC.
That is +2 will make it 20. Can I shield?
Yeah, you can shield.
Yeah, then I'll do that.
Shield goes up and this bullet like literally crunches against the front of your shield and falls to the ground. He shoots again. How does a 8? Oh, nope. If that one didn't hit, this one's not gonna hit. And he can't see the rest of you. So he's just gonna keep firing because why the fuck not? Nope. He just goes fires 3 times at you. And they just and then fall to the ground in front of you. And he is going to take cunning action dash, and he is going to slip behind this here tree for time being. Okay, that's dodge. Brock, your shield, all the bullets sort of drop to the ground in front of you. What do you do?
Is he on the other side of the tree, or?
Yeah,
Like
he's
how
full
far-
cover behind the tree from you.
About how far am I away?
You are... he would be 85 feet from you. We'll call it 80.
80?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll dash.
Okay, you're going over to him?
Yep.
How much speed's that? 60 feet?
I've got 40 move feet. If I dash, it's 80.
Ah, so 80 feet. It's gonna put you just shy of melee. 5 foot shy of melee.
All right, now I'm gonna rage.
You go into a rage. Go ahead and roll me them 2 dice.
Right.
Wild dice.
It's actually 3 dice now.
3 dice.
I have what is it? Persistent something, whatever my newest feature is since leveling up. Controlled surge, so I get to roll my d8 with advantage.
Oh, very cool.
And if they're the same, then I can pick any of them. 15 on the d20, and then a 5 and a 6. So that would be... That one's interesting. Okay, whenever I'll do the 5. Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage as magic lasts out in retribution.
Okay, got it. So these tendrils of damage begin to flood out and around you and preparing to defend you. Very good.
That's everything. Action, bonus action, movement.
Oh, righty then. Oh, righty then. Oh, righty then. Let me see here. Yeah. That's going to be a legendary action from the enemy.
From dodge?
No, that's going to be from big man in the middle here with some kind of massive blast shield and a rifle in his hand. He is going to say, "This is it, boys, and this is what we've been waiting for." And then he's going to use his 30 feet of target hears you and make a one weapon attack as a reaction. I can't see any of you guys, and you just ran away. Can we give him... Fuck, he's just a little too far. Nah, I take it back, I guess. I take it... Oh, no, you know what? He can... Yeah, he's gonna point or... Sorry. Sorry, guys. You guys are difficult to play with here. Sorry, I'm trying to use guns in D&D, so I'm struggling slightly. So range. No, we're a little fucked. So no legendary action. That's just gonna bring us to his turn, to Lord's turn, who is going to, I think, come around the corner here. He wants to get in a range. Oh, most of them are back there. God damn, it's just not in a good position in initiative.
All according to plan.
All according to plan.
Just like we drew it up.
Just like we... it's funny. It's a true joke.
Just like we drew it up.
Just like we drew it up. He's gonna walk over here. He's gonna go, "Sort of burst your bubble, ladies!" And then he's gonna take the gun into the pit of his arm. He's just gonna go blast at you guys. He's gonna do a burst fire strike at Trixie and Nithroyal. This thing is 30. He is going. I need Nithroyal and Trixie to roll me a dex save, please.
Dex save, eh?
Wait, is this the sphere?
Yeah, what is
he
this?
shooting
No, that's
everywhere?
that's a.
Like, just...
No,
11.
that's not quite what's happening.
Horrible roll.
11. What'd you get there, Nithroyal?
He's doing what again?
You'll see. What did you get? He's shooting his gun at you.
13.
13. You two are both going to fail. And you're both going to take 8 points of piercing damage as the bullets sort of just... He just sort of like just does like a spray into the bushes at you guys. He's gonna do it again. Make another dex save.
Shit ton better. 23.
Fuck. shit ton worse.
23.
10.
That's what. 10. You're fine, Trixie. Nithroyal, you're gonna take 13 points of piercing damage, and it's gonna do it one last time. Every dex saves, please. Oh, actually,
18.
nope. Sorry, I take it back. Take it back. He only gets 2. My bad. Got a little excited. But yeah, he just sort of sprays you guys down in the bush there. And that's gonna be his turn. Nithroel, what do you do?
Okay. I am going to cast Illusory Dragon.
The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of dragon?
It's going to be. It's going to be a. Let's just do a red dragon for
Fuck
flavor.
Yeah. Okay, how big is it?
It's huge, and it'll appear like flying like over the trees 120 feet away.
You know,
Okay.
dragon shit.
Dragon shit, yo.
It's just out there being a dragon.
Like
But-
over here?
From behind our
Adversaries.
assassin party, yeah.
Got it. Flying through the trees.
Yeah. 120 feet away. This is a concentration spell up to 1 minute. When the illusion appears, any of your enemies that can see it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or become frightened of it for 1 minute.
Ooh, shit. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Okay, give me a minute, because they can all fucking see it. Well, I'll tell you what. I imagine you want everyone to see it, so we're gonna make it come swooping in above the trees here.
Yeah.
It's high up in the sky right now, but everyone can see it doing dragon shit flying around.
Yeah, it like shows up with like first you hear like the beating of the wings. Then you hear like a blood curdling roar as
Ooh.
this huge red dragon just like flies over the trees.
DC?
And DC? 18 wisdom.
Shit, that's a really high roll to have to roll. Thanks, knees indomitable. Nope. So I just got to go through all 6 people and all of their stat blocks. Hang on a second.
Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
Also, if
also.
a frightened creature ends its turn in a location where it doesn't have line of sight to the illusion, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success, which is the frightened condition.
Frightened condition. Why not? Hey. Good job, champ.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a save. Oop, that's a save. That's a failure from. Okay. You look around, about half of them are frightened, half of them are not.
Sweet.
What's the range of the spell, by the way? How far can you cast it from yourself? 120?
120. Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna make sure it is indeed within 120 feet of you. Yeah, sure. It's within 120.
Cool. And yeah, it's as they see it, whoever gets afraid, whatever. I don't know what the frightened condition actually gives you. off the
It
top
means
of
they
my head.
cannot move closer to the source of their fear, and they have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fear is within their line of sight.
Sweet. And as it does, and it lets out that roar, it's just going to, with my bonus action, I'm gonna move it out on a flyby for 60 feet. So
Okay.
I want it to do kind of a flyby for 60 feet, and when
Like
it
over top the battlefield.
yes, over top of the battlefield in a 60-foot cone range. And it is going to just let out this like billowing fire from its mouth. And each creature in the cone must make an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah, I assume you want to try and catch all of them snacks down in the bottom there.
Yes, sir.
All right. Shit.
God damn.
Bitch, you're fucking up your plan. You're fucking up my plans. I wanted to kill you today. What are you doing? This isn't how this is supposed to go. I'm gonna make all of our lives easier and just say you catch the last 4 guys there.
Okay. So they have to make an intelligence saving throw, DC 18.
Okay, let me see who you got there. That is start with Knight. Let's see how Knight did. Dex save?
Intelligence save.
Oh, intelligence.
Because it's an illusion, babe.
Right. Only a 12 for Knight. How much are they taking?
That'll be 7d6. I'll roll that for you.
Jesus Christ, this is a good spell. Okay, Knight
Was that
fails.
psychic?
No,
Psychic
fire.
damage.
Fails. Shadow's gonna take. Shadow fails. Guard. Is gonna take. Guard surprisingly succeeds the big oaf. And lastly is who the fuck are you? Yeah, it's Champ again. Let's see what Champ does. Champ fails. So only the guy in the back succeeds.
Sweet. He will take half as much. And the total damage is 25 for each person in the radius.
Understood. That's a fucked spell, my friend.
It's a pretty high level spell.
Gotta just. This one's gonna take half because of evasion anyway. Oh, it wasn't. No, what am I talking about? It was an intelligence save. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm in my dragon brain, I guess.
I feel you.
That is actually an interesting point, though. And Knife Man is gonna take. Because he failed, he's gonna take the full 25. Okay. What next?
Yeah. So as it does the flyby, it's just going to turn around and get ready for seemingly another pass.
Got it. So it was over here. So I'm gonna do a little. It dips a little bit to get that cone. And it's going up for the flyby. Here. It sort of spins around in the air. Okay. That's gonna bring us to Shadow's turn. Shadow has evasion. Shadow's gonna roll a little intelligence check because they're usually pretty good at dodging these kinds of things, but it just didn't happen this time around for some reason. See this individual sort of like looks up in the air, looks around, looks to her left on the ground and sort of stomps the ground, and says illusion, and is going to I'm gonna see if they drop into stealth, a bonus action. 17 is gonna be. You see suddenly, sort of like go down, just goes invisible, hexagonally, just like little sections of them almost hexagonally just become translucent and then disappears invisibly. Is going to.
So that guy or girl,
Yeah,
inspected...
I'll explain it.
Okay.
I'll explain it to you. There's a good reason. I'm not
I
trying
got
to
you.
bullshit you.
I got you.
So this individual is a roguelike class. It has the evasion feature. And normally Dragonfire requires a dexterity saving throw. So in this situation, she would have been perfectly trained to at least take half damage if she hadn't gotten out of the way. But she didn't. She took full damage, just like everybody else. So that helped her realize something isn't right.
Okay. So that negates her having to use an action? to identify that it's an illusion?
Is that what the spell says? They must use an action to investigate?
It does.
Then I'll respect that, absolutely.
Yeah. So intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC.
Okay. Yeah, rolls a
If
natural.
yes,
Yeah.
sorry. Last caveat to that. The creature can, if they succeed, the creature can see through it and has advantage on saving throws against its breath.
Okay. It rolled a natural 19, but in fairness, it is frightened, right? Oh. Yep, she's frightened right now. So she is at disadvantage for this check, being an ability check. Yep, not one. So she looks around. She thinks something's up. She looks up at the sky. Lets it go.
Okay. Appreciate that. Didn't want to
No,
ruin your shit.
Part of being an illusionist is keeping the illusion, so I respect the hustle, absolutely. But nonetheless, she does sort of turn invisible and sort of disappear. She doesn't call that out, though. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I'll try to keep track of my status effects. Jesus Christ, this is so difficult. It's just a little bit difficult. All my people I need to have saved didn't save, which is ridiculous. Come on now. Fuck, man. Sorry, you guys are you're good fighters. You're good at what you do. Okay, you know what? We'll do that. No, it doesn't help at all.
These are
Fine,
your
never mind.
King Fishers. Or Gene Fishers.
Yeah, these are your Gene
Gene
Fishers.
Fishers.
They're
I
try to
just
play them
realized what that
strategic.
was. Oh my god.
Yeah, you getting it?
You're a fucking fool. Oh my god, I love it.
I'm just making fun of the Navy SEALs, that's all.
Gene Fisher. Like Sam.
That's kind of the same thing. Right?
Yeah.
You just insulted my whole culture. That's what Brandon's thinking in his mind.
I'll run some laps.
This guy can't move closer to the source of his fear, so he's gonna do a bit of a horizontal situation. Oh, he can't move closer to the source of his fear, so he's gonna go. Man, that dragon really fucked things for me, Brandon.
Sorry, buddy. I'm a wizard.